Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Life Reset Collective. My name is Josh. This is the channel where we empower those who are either getting ready to go through a life reset, are in the middle of one, or have been through one in the past. Friends, this is a lonely, difficult place to be. That's why I made this channel. I've been through two major life resets, so I know what it's like. And today we're talking about getting used to a life you were supposed to escape. Okay? Now, this is a topic that is difficult. There are a lot of people who are in survival mode and they're staying in the life that is not right for them. They know that it's not for them. They know that this life is creating pain for them. They know it's dragging them down. It's killing their soul. They know they want something different. They want more freedom. They want more love. They want more security. They want something better, something bigger. And yet the life you are in may be holding you back as you put up with it, as you go along with it, as you continue down that road, and sometimes even as you seek safety in it. Even that may be holding you back. Okay, we're going to talk about this today, how to know if you might be getting used to a life that you were supposed to escape. But what happens if you don't do that? What if you go your whole life living in that safe place without doing the thing you were meant to do, the thing that would light your soul on fire, the thing that would actually bring you joy, excitement, that would bring power back into your life and make you feel alive again, set your soul on fire, make you so excited to wake up every morning that you can't wait to get out of bed. You're waking up early before the alarm goes off just because of the amazing love you have, of the life you have, of the work you have, right? If this sounds like a pipe dream, it is not. But I have 3 points today to help demonstrate the dangers of staying in that old life and how to know if you might be doing it. Point number 1, survival mode slowly begins to feel normal if you are doing this, okay? At first, you know something's wrong. You feel frustrated, exhausted, trapped. You may be disconnected from yourself. But human beings adapt well, okay? You learn how to get through the day. You lower your expectations for the future as a survival mechanism. You stop asking whether you are happy and start asking whether you can make it through another week, what you can do, what you can change to adapt to the non-ideal circumstances going on in your life around you, right? The danger is not that life is going to become unbearable. The danger is that it becomes bearable enough that you do not get fed up enough to want to change it. This is when survival mode can slowly begin to feel normal, and that may keep you in that life that the truth is you should have escaped a long time ago. Now, the good news is that you still have time. The bad news is you might have already spent a lot of time here when you could have already been out and away from it. But friends, it is never too late to start again, okay? Never too late. By the way, if you'd like to talk, schedule a call with me. Links in the description. I am not a coach, but I've been through 2 major life resets, and I can maybe understand at least where you're coming from. If you need someone to talk to, I can be at least a listening ear, okay? The second way to know that you might actually be getting used to the life that you should have been escaping by now. Every compromise makes the next compromise easier. You maybe one day stop doing one thing that matters to you. You give up one thing because that jealous partner isn't comfortable with you having your own life or autonomy, or that boss in that job you hate. You compromise because it's just easier to let him have his way. Maybe you compromise because the family that you are so intertwined with, they just keep pushing you down. Rather than have your own dreams, it's easier to just appease them. Maybe they're right anyway, right? These are little compromises we might make along the way. Maybe you stop pursuing the career you want, the relationship you really want, right? The health and wellness goals for you. Maybe you stop pursuing your creative projects or your imagined future that you wanted for yourself, right? Eventually, you begin constructing explanations for why the life you settled for is actually reasonable and good for you. You may not be consciously choosing your future anymore, my friend. You may be allowing your current circumstances to make that choice for you. And that is a very terrifying conclusion because we only get one life. And I'm not trying to cause you panic. I'm not trying to say that you're a bad person. I'm not trying to be unsupportive of you. I care about you. I've stayed in situations way too long because of these exact reasons, and I know what it's like. But I also want to tell you that when it's not normal for us to wake up just coping, just surviving. We can thrive, but unfortunately, it might take changing a lot of things about our life, and it might mean walking away from situations that are no longer good for you, friend. I'm not trying to get down on you. God knows you do not need that. What I'm trying to do is be supportive, to tell you these things in love, to tell you these things in understanding, because I have also been there. So please just think about that just a little bit. And here's the third way to know that you may be growing too comfortable in a life that you long since maybe should have left and ran away from. And this is waiting. You're realizing that this is not preserving your options. In fact, the opposite is true. You realize that chances that come your way, you've said no to them and they disappear, and you're left with regret for those things. People often believe they can start over later, which is true. You can start over whenever. I firmly believe this. The world is abundant. I want you to have hope for this. However, not every chance is going to come our way again. The chance at true love, the chance at a job where we could be happy, the chance getting away from that abusive partner, the chance to start your own life free of those oppressive family members who drag you down, right? The chance to pursue your own creative projects that bring you joy and happiness, even though other people seem to like dog on you for it. But maybe those people are the problem, not your creative work. You do not need to destroy your entire life today to understand this and to bring this down into your soul. But you do need to create visible evidence that you're moving towards something different for you. And again, I'm not trying to pressure you. I know sometimes we have to wait. Sometimes circumstances are sensitive. Sometimes it is dangerous to leave right now. I would never want anyone to put themselves in danger, but there's also truth in the fact that there will always be danger between the bad life we're in and the great life that we want to find for ourselves. There will always be danger. There will be no way ever to completely get rid of that. Okay? But here's the thing. Life is not going to keep giving you these chances over and over again. There's going to come a day, there's going to come a time when it's going to be time to jump and begin again, to start your new life, to start your new life, the life you really want. And if you want a future for yourself, at some point you're going to have to say, no, I'm not going to just sit in this life that's barely comfortable enough to keep me here. I'm going to make myself very uncomfortable by walking away from these comfortable things so that I can find what I really want in life. Now, friends, I'm not trying to pressure you. I would never want you to do something unsafe or do something that is not good for you. Sometimes our life is good and we may think of resetting. Maybe we only need to reset small parts of it, change our friend group, change our wellness habits, change our room furniture around. Sometimes we just need to get a different job, but sometimes the whole thing is a problem and we need to just start again. I encourage you today to really seek yourself, search your soul, search your heart, and to find out what the truth is about you and do what is best for you. And I will support you in that 100%. Thank you for coming back for another episode of the Life Reset Collective. Please drop a comment. Let me know where you are at on your journey and hit that subscribe button to follow along. I care about you people. Thank you so much for coming back. I will see you amazing people on the next video.